C program to print stars as a lower triangle. Now we are going to print stars as a lower triangle. You see here, it's a preprocessor directive header file. In this printf and scanf will be defined in this stdio standard input output header file. This is the void main. This void is the data type. This void means doesn't return any value. What we give, just that will be displayed. Here main function will look after entire program. Here this is a declaration section. Okay, here I declared R and C. R for rows, C for columns. Okay. Actually here how our output will be there once I will show you. You see here, here our output will be displayed stars as lower triangle. You see here in the first row 1 star, second row 2 stars, third row 3 stars. This is our output. Now we are going to display in this pattern. Okay, so for this you see here 3 rows and 3 columns. For that purpose here I declared R for rows, C for columns. Okay, these two are type of integer values. Here for loop, it's an iterative statement. Okay, iterative statement means a block of statements will be repeated till the condition is true. In this we have 3 sections. First section, this is the initialization. I initialized R as 1. Next condition, this is a condition. Till this condition the block will be repeated, iterated. Okay, whenever condition false, control come out from this loop. You see here, this is the beginning of the loop, this is the ending of the loop, this is the outer loop, this is the inner loop. Okay, so first part is the initialization, second part is the condition, third part is the increment condition. Okay, here increment, it has 3 parts. Initialization, first one initialization, second one condition, third one increment. Here you can use increment or decrement. This is the syntax of the for loop. Initialization of the value, condition. Here you can write in the third part increment or decrement, but here according to our requirement here I used increment operator. Okay, so here this is outer loop, the second loop is the inner loop. Okay, first we enter, control will enter into the outer loop. Now R is 1, yes, initialization R as 1. What's the R value? 1 less than or equal to 3, condition true. Then we will enter into inner loop. Here C for column. Now we entered in the first row and first column is 1 less than or equal to, here up to R. What's my R? Here my R is 1 less than or equal to 1. Is it true? Yes. What's my R value? Here my R is 1. My R is 1. So here my R is 1. Okay, you see here R is 1. Okay, what's my R value? R is 1. So up to R. Okay, up to R. What is the R value? 1 less than or. My R is 1. So here C is 1 less than or equal to 1. Yes, it's true. Okay, then we will print this star. Okay, star will be displayed. Left side 1 space, right side 1 space. Okay, next, now we are in inner loop, inside this loop. Okay, so now we are in this inner loop. So now condition, it will be incremented. C++ is equal to C is equal to C plus 1. What's my C value? 1. Okay, C is equal to C plus 1. C is the 1, C plus 1. 1 plus 1, 2. C will become as 2. Now come to condition. Okay, here 2 less than or equal to 1. What's my R? 1? 2 less than or equal to 1. Condition false. We will come out from this inner loop. Okay, next we have to go to outer loop. Okay, next you see here, after this inner loop, here you see here, after this we have to, this condition false, so we have to come out from this loop. Then we have to come to here. What is that? Printf \n. Now cursor goes to next line. Here we displayed only 1 star. After that cursor goes to next line. What's our output? Earlier we have seen, you see here our output. What's our output? You see here, first row, after first row we have to come to the next line. That's why here I used \n. This \n is the escape sequence character. Cursor goes to next line. After displaying 1 star, here we will display only 1 star. After that cursor goes to next line. Okay, now after that, now we are in outer loop only. Okay, so now R will become 2. R will be incremented. My R will be incremented. R is 1, R will be incremented. R plus plus is equal to, the meaning of the R plus plus is R is equal to R plus 1. What is the R? 1. r plus 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Now r becomes as 2. Now 2 less than or equal to 3. Is it true? Yes, true. So we will enter into the inner loop. Okay. Now here once again it will be C is 1 only. Okay. 1 less than or equal to 2. What's my r value? 2. 1 less than or equal to 2. Condition true? Yes. So we will enter into the inner loop. Now once again the star will be displayed in which row? In the second row. Now my r is 2 na? So now we are in second row. In second row, first column, first star. Okay, that will be displayed. After that, now we are in inner loop na? This C++. C is equal to C plus 1. C is 1 na? C plus 1 means 2. C becomes as 2. Okay. Now C becomes as 2. Okay. So here 2 less than or equal to, what's my r? 2. Now we are in second row na? My r is 2. Here C is 2. 2 less than or equal to 2. Yes, true. Condition true na? So we will enter into this inner loop. Now once again, one more star. This is the second star in the second row. R is 2 na? That means we are in second row, second star. Okay. After this, C will be incremented as one more. Okay. C is equal to C plus 1. My C is 2 na? 2 plus 1, 3. My C becomes as 3. Okay. C will be incremented as 3. After that, 3 less than or equal to 2. Now we are in second row na? R is 2. C is 3. 3 less than or equal to 2. Condition false. Whenever condition false, we will come out from this inner loop. Now we have to condition false. So we have to come out from this inner loop. Next control goes to the next line of this inner loop. So this line will be executed. Okay. So what is this? \n. Cursor goes to next line. That is the third row. Okay. Now we are in inner loop only. Now we are in outer loop. From here to here na? Now we are in outer loop. Now r becomes r plus plus. R is equal to r plus 1. Earlier r is 2. Now r is 3. Okay. So here condition will be checked. What's the r? 3. 3 less than or equal to 3. Is it true? Yes, it's true. So we will enter into the loop. Okay. Whenever condition false, we will come out. But it's true. So control will enter into this loop. Whenever control enter into this loop, immediately inner loop will begin. Okay. Now we are in, my r is 3. Okay. Now we are in third row. Okay. Now C is 1. This is the initialization of the value condition. My C is 1. After that 1 less than or equal to, what's my r? Now we are in third row, r is 3. 1 less than or equal to 3. True. One more star will be displayed. In the third row, first star. In the third row, first star. After that, now this inner loop is iterating, repeating a set of statements. But here only we have one statement. For this one statement, here left and right curly braces are optional. But if we have more than one, compulsory, mandatory to give left and right curly braces. Okay. But for one statement, it's optional to give left and right curly braces. We may or may not give for one statement. But if we have more than one, compulsory, mandatory, it's restricted to give left and right curly braces. Okay. Right. In the third row, first star we displayed. After that, C will be incremented as 2. Okay. C is equal to C plus 1. C is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. C becomes as 2. C less than or equal to R. Now we are in third row. C is 2. 2 less than or equal to 3. Yes, true. Okay. C2 means R3. R3 means third row. C2 means in the third row, second column. Okay. Now once again, in the third row, second column, the star will be displayed. After that, this C will be incremented. Now earlier C is 2. C plus plus means C is equal to C plus 1. 2 plus 1, 3. C becomes as 3. Okay. Till the condition is true, this inner loop will be repeated. Okay. Now C is 3. Okay. Now we are in third row. C is 3. 3 means third column. In the third row, third column. 3 less than or equal to 3. True. We will enter into this inner loop. Once again, in the third row, at the third column, we will display the star. In the third row, third column. Why? Because C is 3, R is 3. 3 less than or equal to 3. Okay. C is 3, R is 3. R means third row, C means third column. In the third row and the third column, one more. In the third row, third star. Okay. 3 stars displayed. After that, C will be incremented. Earlier C is 3. 3 plus 1. C is 4. Here 4 less than or equal to 3. My R is 3 na? Now we are in third row. But C incremented as 4. 4 less than or equal to 3. Condition false. Whenever condition false, we will come out from this inner loop. We will come out from this inner loop. Why? Here condition false. Okay. So we will come out after this block, after this for loop, after the for block, the statement, next statement of this for block, for loop will be executed. This is \n. Control goes to the next line. Now control will go to fourth row. Okay. After that, R will be, now we are in outer loop only. Now we didn't come out. Now we are in outer loop only. Okay. So here R will be incremented as earlier my R is 3. Now R plus plus means R is equal to R plus 1. R is the 3 na? 3 plus 1. R is equal to R plus 1. R is 3 na? 3 plus 1. R is 4. Okay. What is the R value? 4. 4 less than or equal to 3. Condition false. Whenever condition false, we will come out for this for loop, for block. Okay. We will come out from this loop. You see here, this is the beginning of the outer loop. This is the ending of the outer loop. Okay. Here condition false. That's why condition is false. That's why we come out from this outer loop. Okay. Next, this is the end of our main function. Okay. If we write here int, we have to write here return 0. After this line, we have to write return 0. But I used here void main. Okay. Here I used void main. That's why we won't write return 0. Okay. This is the program of printing stars as a lower triangle. Okay. Now I will compile this program. You see here we got 0 errors and 0 warnings. Okay. So now we can run or execute our program. Okay. Here R is 1, first row. Okay. R is 1, R less than or equal to 3, R plus plus. Okay. In the inner loop, C is 1, C less than or equal to R. Okay. C will be incremented up to R only. Okay. Whenever R is 1, C less than or equal to R. So up to that only, that column will be iterated. Okay. Then whenever second row, our column will be C less than or equal to R in the inner loop. In the third row for inner loop, we will use C less than or equal to R. Whenever R is 3, that inner loop will be iterated 3 times. Here, whenever outer loop is 1, inner loop will be iterated only 1 time. Here in the second row, whenever R is 2, our second loop, inner loop will be iterated 2 times. Here you see in the third row, how many columns are there? 3 columns are there. So here whenever R is 3, whenever row is 3, then columns, that means inner loop will be iterated 3 times. In the first row, inner loop will be iterated 1 time. In the second row, inner loop will be iterated 2 times. In the third row, inner loop will be iterated 3 times. This is our program. Okay. You see here, once again I will explain. You see, this is the program for printing stars as a lower triangle. You see here R and C. Whenever R is 1, okay, first time R is 1, at the time C is 1, C will be up to R only. That means column will be iterated only 1 time. Okay, only 1 star will be displayed. After that, whenever R is 2, whenever R becomes 2, here C less than or equal to R. Column will be in the second row 2 times iterated. That means 2 stars in the second row. Next, whenever R becomes 3, our column will be C less than or equal to R times it will be iterated. R is 3 na? That means C will be iterated 3 times. C has to be iterated 3 times. That means in the third row, 3 columns. C is 3 na? Okay. 3 times. R is 3. So C will be iterated 3 times. In the third row, column 1, third row only. In the third row, column 1, column 2, column 3. C will be iterated 3 times. That means 3 stars will be displayed in the third row. In the third row, 3 columns. In the first row, 1 column. In the second row, 2 columns. In the third row, 3 columns. That means 3 columns means 3 stars. Okay. After each and every row, after end of the each and every row, we have to go to next line. Okay. That's why here I used printf \n. At the end of each row, I have to go to next line, next row. For that purpose, here this inner loop, particular row, how many columns, how many stars in a particular row we will display, that will represent inner loop. Okay. Outer loop will represent how many rows should be there. Outer loop for how many rows we have to display. Okay. Next, inner loop, in a particular row, how many columns in a particular row, how many stars. How many columns means how many stars. have to be displayed in a particular row. Okay. At the end of each and every row, after this we will use \n. After completion of each and every row, we have to go to next row. For that purpose, here I used \n. Okay.